how do there, chums? Right, well, another year has passed. We're now 5 years into the journey of No Man's Sky, and it has evolved tenfold since it was actually launched. And this video is a review of my journey with No Man's Sky and what I've enjoyed about No Man's Sky, and then my final verdict, a current review on how it stands now with all of the patches and all of the updates in. And when I say all of the patches, we're on 3.6 free right now on console, and yes, Expeditions Free has just landed. One of my fondest memories of the journey of No Man's Sky was the meetup, pre all of this lockdown malarkey that we've got going on. Yeah, meeting everybody by the billboard erected for Hello Games as a giant thank you was an awesome event. And now Frontiers is with us, and we've got all the glorious patch notes for this awesome update that brings us over 250 new base parts, procedural settlements. These are actually procedurally generated little mini towns. It's freaking ace. The update is 3.6. Now some say that there might be more to come on the horizon because it's 3.6 rather than 0.4, and we've got an awesome trailer. You can see here it always starts these trailers with it's a procedurally generated universe, and Hello Games themselves don't even really know what the actual community is going to find out there in the verse, take pictures of and share and place on Twitter, which is freaking awesome. The reason why I say that we don't really know whether this is the yearly update is Hello Games usually only communicates to us through patch notes and through very cryptic tweets. So the journey of No Man's Sky has been freaking epic. I mean, this was a 4-man team originally that made the games of Joe Danger for mobile devices and platforms. And yes, when they actually announced and showcased No Man's Sky back in VGX, it really did set the community's hopes and dreams alight. And yes, a lot of the actual universe itself has still got so much untapped potential. I can't wait to see where the journey takes us next. It's sublime to play. It's an experience rather than a game, and it's such an awesome experience at that. And such a small team is pumping out updates every 6 to 8 weeks, and they're quite big milestone updates at that. And even when this actually launched, this new Frontiers update came with a fair few bugs, being such an ambitious sort of update. And yes, within like the first couple of days, they dropped patches after patches. We're now on the 3rd patch that's fixing all the sort of issues and minor squiff. No Man's Sky is an insanely ambitious sort of project, and to make it even more insane, they added VR into the mix. And then for next gen, they gave a free update to next gen. They've brought in crossplay. They've done so much and made the community massive. So the game is now massive, the community is massive, and this new update is freaking amazing. I mean, these cities almost look like something out of The Mandalorian. They're the stuff of sci-fi dreams, especially mine. I mean, I grew up playing the Amiga 1200 and Elite on there, and when I played Elite on there, this is the sort of game I envisaged. Not Flappy Bird, the one on the screen. So, yeah, this is my dreams brought to life into a video game, and the team at Hello Games, you're freaking awesome for what you've managed to do. You really are. Heck yes you are. And yet I can't wait to see, like I say, what comes next. I mean, they've even teased inside of these patch notes that we get an Expedition Free. And alongside the Expedition are more Twitch drops. Heck yes, exclusive rewards for Twitch streamers. Now if you want to get in and watch Twitch and get these free drops, I'll put a link in the video description on exactly how you can do that, because you don't want to miss out. Some of these are going to be freaking epic. Heck yes. An Expedition Free has really got people speculating hard about what might lead on from this actual expedition. I mean, the ship itself has got unusual tech that we have not seen the likes of before. It has got a frame shift catapult and some sort of sonic-y wavy type engine type wavy davy thing going on in it. So I can't wait to see what we actually do with this new tech and where this new ship may take us. And it's an exotic ship at that. Now each of the different expeditions rewards the players that you can actually transfer across save, and we've had golden vectors, we've had awesome rocket packs and all sorts of other gnarly stuff that gets delivered through these expeditions, and it's a completely different play mode. It's awesome. And these patch notes at the bottom here, they go on like a freaking the credits to Star Wars or something. They're freaking epically long. Now, I've been building bases using these new 250 base parts, and I must say what I'm making is just, it blows my old stuff out the water. I'm actually considering going through my old save and going through all my bases and looking for bases to delete because I can replace with stuff that I can build better now. Build back better, bring on the Great Reset. Heck yes. When No Man's Sky first launched, it was very much a solo experience. It was you against the universe, and yes, trying to find the centre of said universe and going towards the Atlas and the Atlas path. And that was pretty much it at first. And then we got new story arcs, we got base building, and we got the ability to add freighters, more than one ship. You could even name your ship, all sorts of other shenanigans. And now there's certain things that I like doing in No Man's Sky, perhaps more than other things I like doing in No Man's Sky. And I would say that goes for the same for the rest of the community. I love building giant mech type bases. You saw my mech turtle. This is my Ed 905. Yes, it's a bit like the Ed 209 from Robocop. And I've named this after my hub zone. So yeah, you can have your own player hubs. I've got my own wiki page with all sorts of shenanigans on there about my hub and events that I do and giveaways and bases that other people in the community have made. I love doing base tours. I love visiting other people's bases, going around them, giving my thoughts and feelings on them, or even assisting with base cooperative builds where we collab on stuff. We even do base-offs where we compare bases to one another in a little competition in a live chat. Did you see that? I just launched out the top of my base in a mech. I jumped out of a mech in a mech onto a planet. Yeah, I just did that. Yeah, and then you can just run over, jump in your ship, and just fly somewhere else. I've just called in my capital ship. That's my freighter up there in the sky, people, that you can see the silhouette of. And yes, it looks like a destroyer. It's freaking awesome. And I can just take off in my ship that looks a bit like a land speeder and fly up and land on the actual freighter. It's kind of like all my sci-fi favourite films as a kid thrown into a video game. Okay? That's how cool it is. Okay, so you can see there's a couple of my frigates are a bit broken. I need to go fix them. But even that's really cool as well, because you're walking on all the trellises around the actual frigates and getting to the bits that are broken and putting the resources in to fix them. It feels like you're maintaining the actual fleet. It's so cool, and you can interact with the pilots of the frigates. You don't get to see them. Well, you do on a hologram on your ship, but when you go in the ship, they're not there. I really hope they add the NPCs inside the frigates one day. Hello, games, if you're listening, boom! Please add them in. That'd be lovely jubbly. Awesome. And here I am on my freighter going up, and I'm looking down at my little garage of ships. You can have up to 6 ships. Again, I'd like 10. You never know what's coming around the corner in No Man's Sky and what Hello Games may bring to the verse. I mean, I've even built on the actual bridge of my freighter. I don't know whether you should be able to do this, but I've stuck light bulbs all over the freaking thing. It looks like a circus now. It's freaking ace. Beautiful. And I'm loving it. You see these 2 badges up here? They're from Expeditions 1 and 2. Completed them. I can't wait to get my 3rd badge for Expedition 3. And you can show all this stuff off. You know, people that come visit, like, oh, you've done the expeditions because you got the badges. Yes, I did, yes. It's all sort of very showy, very creative. And if you're a very showy, creative person, you're going to love what No Man's Sky has got to offer. Because, like I say, base tours and things like that, I can go visit other players' bases from these portals as well. And the portals, you can just seamlessly travel. It's amazing. So here I am at another one of my bases called the Sentinel Titan. And why is it a Titan? Because it's freaking massive. It's godlike freaking massive. I'm teeny tiny. I'm up in his head right now. Now there should be a portal through a corridor right there, but the corridor door has vanished. The Frontiers has just dropped, and with it, a whole load of bugs that are slowly being patched out by Hello Games. I say slowly, they've already given us free patches. Actually, they've given PC free patches, they've given the PlayStation 2 patches, and right now I've got a bit of squiffiness. A bit of squiff, a little bit of jankiness, but I know it's going to get ironed out, which is the beauty of it. Yeah, and here we go. So this is my Sentinel Titan, and you can position the sun in camera mode. That's another thing. You can take photos of planets and share them on Twitter as well. So if you are a showy, creative person, you like doing in-game photography, No Man's Sky, one of the best games for in-game photography. Seriously, freaking epic. Right, okay, well I can't get into my teleporter, or else I would have jumped you somewhere more interesting than here. But instead, you're going to watch me fall around like a freaking puppet without no strings. Pow! Because I just run out of rocket fuel, and now I go. I'm falling like a freaking thing that falls. There I go. Boom! Onto the ground. There I am. Yeah, so like I said, a couple of bugs, but at the same time, you know, Hello Games puts out bug fixes after bug fixes after bug fixes, and there is such a small team. It's freaking amazing the work that they do. Hats off to you. Well, I won't take my hats off because my hair looks shite and that looks terrible. This is a hugely ambitious title, and when I say that there's bugs in game, they've got a Zendesk. They listen to the community every single step of the way, every single update. If I find any bugs or anything like that, I'd be sure to put them on Twitter and hashtag them in, or send them to the Zendesk and make sure that they're aware. And by and large, they get fixed within like a couple of weeks. Their dev team is freaking awesome. So thank you, Hello Games. You're freaking awesome. Yes, you are. So how would I score No Man's Sky today as it sits in its current state? This is patch 3.63 with some of the bugs ironed out. I'm going to score this an 8.9 out of 10. It's so close to being a 9 out of 10. It really is. Anyway, goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.